All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for tuning in, subscribing. I appreciate it. I appreciate your loyalty. I appreciate you liking, sharing. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. It's moving along. The numbers are growing, and it's all because of you. Thanks so much again. Anyway, where are you going to catch me? The week of the 24th, Thanksgiving week, that whole week. From Sunday to Saturday, I'll be down at the Borgata Casino. I'll be headlining the Borgata Casino, which I think is very exciting. I love that venue, love that room. The people are always great. 1,900 seats a night. Tickets are moving along nice, so you still want to come down and see me? If you're in the Jersey area, Atlantic City, if you're sick of your family on Thanksgiving, come on down. That's where I'll be. All right, so I am coming to you live from a hotel. Where am I now? I'm in Connecticut. Right? That's where I am now. Connecticut. I got a lot of traveling done. Let me tell you where I've been in the space of a week. Right? When you're in the space of a week. I have been 7 days in a week, right? 7 days in a week. I feel like that Johnny Cash song. Well, I've been everywhere, man. Right? I have been to New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Washington, Virginia. I've been there, stopped there, hung out there. Florida, and now Connecticut. All right? Pennsylvania. I forgot Pennsylvania. I was touring with my buddy Chris Roach, very funny comedian. If you ever saw the sitcom, it's gone off the air now. It got cancelled, which is a shame. The sitcom Kevin Can Wait. Well, Chris Roach played one of Kevin's best friends on there. So he came along with me for the ride, and we had fun. So on the way back, we did a show in Virginia, which was really nice. The crowd was fantastic. But we were coming back, and I said to Chris as we were traveling, I go, "You all right?" You know, "Yeah, man." He goes, "Yeah, not a problem, baby." Right? I don't know why he sounds a cross between Rodney Dangerfield and Elvis Presley, but he does. So I go, all right, I'm going to get a little bit of shut-eye, and we're driving back. And then I look up, I wake up maybe after 2 hours of a nap. We're driving home, and I open my eyes and I go, is that where the Eagles play? You know, I don't know. Yeah, we were in fucking Philadelphia. So we add Pennsylvania to that run. All over the place. But I loved it though. I do. I love traveling the country. I love driving around and seeing what's going on, what's happening, meeting new folks. Very nice. Virginians are lovely people. Is that the love state or something? We love you or something. I don't know. Can't remember. Don't know, but it says on your license plate something like, we love you. Like, doesn't every state have like a slogan? Doesn't it? Like, so Virginia's, I don't know, let me know what you think. Write to me, Mick Thomas Comedy on Instagram. I thought it was. In New York says, yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah, it's on your license plate. New York City, yeah, go fuck yourself. Anyway, so I was down, I got to take a trip in all these places I've been to this week. And it's all caught up on me now. I'm very, very tired. I'm very tired. I'm planning on taking, I still have some shows coming up around, not too far from my house. I'm not driving, but I went to, when I was down in Florida, all right, if you remember a few episodes back, called Sending the Clowns, and it was about me doing a shitty gig. So I swore I would never do one again, but I did one by accident, right? And basically what happened is I got requested to go down to Florida, and basically what it is you had to go down for a few days, and I did a show down there, and basically I didn't know until I got there what it was, is that there was 3,000 people in this huge auditorium / theater, and they had all these different acts, right? And then what happened was there was all these companies there, like cruise ship companies and retirement village companies and all this kind of stuff. And what they would do is you would go up and perform for them, right? They fly you down, they put you up in a hotel and whatever, and they try to make you comfy. And then you've got all these people who are buyers from these like cruise lines and that kind of stuff. And if they think they'll like you, if they like your act, right, then they add you to the roster and you go work for them. So I don't do cruises. I do one cruise a year now with Andy Cooney, which is an Irish themed cruise, which I like doing because I don't have to answer to anybody. Right? I don't have a cruise director. I don't know if you ever know what a cruise director does, right? If you're a comedian and you get asked to do a cruise, you are just under the microscope for everything you do. There's a great book out there called Boat Hack by Jimmy Dunn, a Boston comedian. Very funny guy, very, very, very funny book. And he gave me the book once. He gave me a copy. He sent me a copy of the book. And it's one of those books that you keep in your bathroom that it's like each paragraph is a story. And it's fucking hilarious about all these things that happened to him that he saw while being on cruise ships. He told one story about, and this will tell you the mentality of a cruise director. He told me this one story, and I hope I'm not butchering it. Where there's a band playing, right? And they're playing at the bottom of the stairs. And this woman fell from the top all the way down to the bottom. So the drummer looked up and the drummer saw it all. And as she was falling, the drummer just went the whole way down, right? The whole way down. So the cruise director called him into the office and he went, man, that was one of the funniest shit I have ever seen. Oh my God, that was really, really funny. Anyway, here's your paycheck. I gotta let you go. Right? So if you're a comedian, that's the kind of shit you gotta do. But if you're a comedian who works a cruise ship with a cruise director, you got a lot to answer for. You are under the microscope. And I can't do that. I can't live like that wondering, can I say this? Can I not say that? I don't like that. Right? I have too much in my head and then I'm not gonna have a good time. So it's not worth it. So I don't do cruise ships. But like I said, I will do that one for Andy, which I'm doing in January. I do that for Andy Cooney, and it's an Irish, and I only answer to Andy. So if somebody has a problem, then they just go to him, and he's like, yeah, that's what he fucking does. He does that. He says those things. Because if you're on a cruise, right? If you're in a comedy club and you offend somebody, I'm not really offensive. I'd be very, very surprised if I offended you. But if you do a cruise, right? Sorry, I'm losing my train. If you go into a comedy club and you offend somebody, what's the worst case scenario? Some woman's going to stand up. I'm offended. We're leaving, right? And they walk out on what? $80. I'm never coming back here again. Another $80. If you go onto a cruise and you offend somebody, that's $3,000. Now that could be a bunch of family members. So a cruise ship will not take any chances whatsoever. So if you one of those guys go out and you say the wrong thing and someone complains, off you go, mate. And I can't live like that. So anyway, so there's some of these guys in the audience and that kind of stuff. So I got to fly down. I live on Long Island. So the closest airport to me, and whenever I fly, I always try my best to go out of Southwest, out of Long Island. It's right by my house. Jump in, fly off, fly back. It's right there. Great destination from Florida, from Long Island, to Florida. So I got a 6:00 flight, and I'm flying into Fort Lauderdale, I think, if I'm saying that right. I think it is Fort Lauderdale. And so I'm just exhausted, and there's one of those little, those gift shops that are open. One of those like little tiny gift shops that they have at an airport, and it's all like souvenirs of New York. It's like you were visiting and you forgot to get someone like, fuck, I forgot to get my wife a gift. Hang on a second, let me get an overpriced Statue of Liberty. The statue. Let me get this t-shirt. It's pink, it says I heart New York. She thinks I got it right in the city when I really got it in shitty Islip, Long Island. right? One of those gift shops where they overcharge for peanuts, magazines, books that you'll never read, right? You buy a book and you go, I'm going to read this book. I'm going to become a reader now. I'm all about reading now. No, you're not. You don't read books. Just because you're forced on a plane for 3 hours is not going to be any different, because you can't concentrate with the fucking noisy, smelly people. So anyway, I'm at one of these gift shops, and this I can't remember what I got. Water, probably. Red Bull, definitely. Right? I don't do magazines. I have everything. I've got podcasts like this one. If you were traveling, you could download this one. And the woman working there, she's oh good God. She turned into my mother. Turned into my fucking mother. Like a pillow? No, I'm fine. Oh, you sure? You might want to sleep? No, I'm fine. Do you want a blanket? It can get very cold on the plane. No, I'm fine. Thanks very much. Do you want anything to eat? What the fuck is this? No, I'm fine. The things I want, I get. I don't need you to remind me of what's there. And then she asked this question, and this question, she asked me, I guess they were collecting money. She goes, do you support the troops? Do you support the troops? Instead of going like, hey, would you like to make a donation? It's like, do you support the troops? Who doesn't support the troops? Right? What? Who's out there going, no, fuck those guys? Nobody is thinking that. Right? Nobody is thinking that. And I just got, no, I don't need. I was fascinated, by the way. I once did a gig for the troops. Like, not the troops, but it was like girlfriends, wives, boyfriends, fathers, mothers. I did a benefit for them, and I was like, with all due respect, like, doesn't my taxes pay their salary? Like, don't every single fucking month I support the troops? And that's not me taking away from anything, so don't people like, this guy fucking hates America. He hates America. He said fucking troops aren't heroes. I never said that. I got a bunch of friends who were Marines. 2. A bunch. I don't want to turn to that comic. You know those comics who say racist shit on stage? You go, I can say that. I got a black friend. No, you don't. You spoke to one. But anyway, I got friends who are Marines who serve. Of course I fucking support them. Right? But why do I have to give $1 to support them? But anyway, going back to that thing, that benefit I did. I said, what's the money for? And they said, what are you guys raising for money for? Because don't they get paid? Isn't that their job? And they go, yeah, it was for deodorant. It's for underwear. I'm like, wait, you're telling me the fucking government doesn't buy them underwear and deodorant and shit like that? Like, no, they don't. Like, fuck me. How is that? That's so wrong. But however, so I've done these shows for the troops before, and of course I fucking support the troops, right? But I give to a lot of charities as it is, and like I said, I pay taxes. I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but I support the troops every fucking month. I pay their salary. I don't mean that to say like you know, when people say at the cops, I pay your salary, you know, you don't need to fucking act like this. So I go, yeah, of course I support the troops. Why wouldn't I? And she goes, well, do you want to donate money? I went, no, I'm fine. Thank you so much. Right? I don't have any extra money on me. I never carry cash. It was just like, I didn't fucking want to. I didn't want to. How about that? Why do I got to explain myself? Right? So now you're making me, like, and that happens everywhere. You go to CVS, you go to a Walgreens, you go to any one of these places, and you go buy something and go, hey, you want to donate $1 or $2? And you're like, no. Because $1 is small enough for you to go ahead, you think you're not going to miss it, but it's also small enough for you to be a scumbag. Right? If you say no to feel like a scumbag. Like if you went to Walgreens, CVS, or Walmart or whatever, and you swipe your card and you're buying your stuff, and they go, hey, would you like to donate $4,000 to fucking save kicked puppies? You're going to go, fuck out of here with $4,000. You shouldn't kick puppies, but I'm not, that's it. I'm not giving you $4,000 towards stop kicking puppies. But if they said, hey, do you want $1? Do you want $1 to stop kick puppies? You have a better chance of going, yeah, it's a fucking $1. Why not? Here's $1. Let's stop the puppy kicking. Could we please stop the puppy kicking? That's unnecessary. So here's the $1 will stop it. But even if you say no, and here's the other thing, right? Like, fuck you, because I do a lot for charity, right? I'm not going to sit here and talk about it. I'm not a philanthropist. Did I say that right? I hope I did. But I didn't, like, I give enough to charity, right? I won't say, could I give more? I'm sure I could, right? But I don't monitor my charity giving. But I know I have stuff like my album sales go to a really big charity of my first 2 albums, right? I don't keep the money there because it's just whatever. I do enough for charity, right? So when you go to one of those places and you go like, hey, do you want to give a dollar to fucking shower in the fuck? And I go, no, I don't. And like, even the people who work there are trained to just kind of look at you like, what the fuck are you looking at me for? What are you looking at me like that for? Like it's your charity. It's not like fucking, hey, donate $1 to you. What's wrong with you? Leave me the fuck alone. I donate to who I want to donate to. Anyway, so I get on the plane. Everything is fine. I fly down. And then I go to the gig, right? I go to the hotel. First of all, I see my friend Eric. I haven't seen my friend Eric in a long, long time. And we go and we hang out and we head down towards Miami. It's a good time. Eric's got some fancy cars. He's a Ferrari driver. Let me tell you about Miami, man. Holy shit. Miami is fucking it's just full of hot girls hanging out with old, crusty, rusty men. Disgusting. But to each their own, man. I don't discriminate. I don't judge. But I was like, woof. Fucking hell, how desperate are you for fucking money to just like let these old guys just fall on top of you? It's like, ugh. These young girls, man, that are really attractive. But however, so I go to the gig and the show, which I didn't know, right? They had 2 other comics on there that were born and raised on Long Island, and I know them very well. I don't want to mention their names in case they don't like being attached to the story, so I won't mention them. And so the woman who put on the event was very, how would you say, fucking like a Nazi, right? Just ordering people around. First thing she said to me, I just walked in the door, "You're not going to dress like that, are you?" Hi, how are you? Mick, nice to meet you. Right? Just fucking immediately put you in the mood, like in a fucking bad mood. So I get there, I look at the lineup, and so here's who's on the show. There was an MC who's a local Florida comic. Then there was an Elvis cover band, or Elvis Presley was there, dressed as Elvis, talking like Elvis. Then it was going to be me, the comedian. Then it was Johnny Cash impersonator, another comedian, and then it was the Rolling Stones impersonator, and then another comedian, and then some ABBA impersonator at the end of the show. And I guess these companies are going to buy these things. So I go down, and everyone's in this big, massive, massive green room. And I'm already in the mood because this woman started this shit with me. You're not going to wear that, are you? Like, I felt, yeah, I am. Now I only want to wear this. I wanted to dress. I wanted to, like, rip my fucking sleeves off like Charlie Sheen in Major League. Remember that? Wild thing. Just rips his fucking sleeves off. So anyway, I'm there, and we're in this big green room, and I'm surrounded by, I don't know if they're in character or it's where they're from, but I'm talking to Johnny Cash. He's like, hey, you know, my daddy, you know, when I was starving, and, you know, my dad, and I was like, all right, Jesus Christ, are you just from there, or are you just on? And I figured out, right, you're kind of getting the character, you're about to go on. And then the Elvis Presley guy, right, Elvis Presley was there, and he was, hey, baby, what's going on, baby? What's going on, baby? And he was like before Fat Elvis, so he was regular Elvis. And then I was looking at the Rolling Stones, and the only person I talked to was like, or I saw there, was Keith Richards, right? Keith Richards was just walking around just like, very Johnny Depp, baby, you know what I mean? So all of a sudden, the show starts. Elvis goes up the MC goes up, then Elvis goes up, and then I hear, after that, he goes like, come to the stage, Mick Thomas. So I walk out, and there's no microphones out there. So I turn to the local MC, go, hey man, can I just have your mic? He goes, no, that's my mic, in front of 3,000 people. That's my mic. I go, what do you mean? He goes, we did them all on a sound check. And I goes, yeah, but we're just talking. There's no music involved. I just need your mic. And he goes, no, that's fucking, that's my mic. I go, just give me the fucking mic, will you? I'm not going to. So I end up like having to walk over to him. And it was this awkward moment on stage where I take the fucking mic from him. I'm like, you're a comic, you piece of shit. I use air quotes. You can't see that for fucking comics. So I take it, and then all of a sudden I go out and I do my set, and it's just okay, right? It's just okay at best. I do 15 minutes. I come off. I go back, right? And then the Johnny Cash guy goes up. So I go in and I kind of sit down and I regroup. I'm annoyed, right? So then the other comic goes out after that, and then all of a sudden I hear a fight in the hallway, like a legit fight. I look out, and all I hear is Johnny Cash yelling. He was like, who left that guitar in, you know? Right? I know that was Norm Macdonald. So apparently Elvis left his guitar case out on stage and Johnny Cash nearly tripped over it. So Johnny Cash was already pissed off that the fact that apparently they cut his set short. He was like, I wouldn't have ended that set on that one. And so then he started yelling about whose guitar case it was. And then Elvis got up and he fucking said, that's my guitar case. So now Johnny Cash had Elvis by the neck against the wall. And Keith Richards was splitting it up, was getting in between them. So I was watching Johnny Cash kick the fuck out of Elvis Presley while Keith Richards tried to break it up. It was the funniest fucking thing. That it made the trip worth it. It made the trip worth it. It was so much fucking fun. Just for that alone. Because I already hated the gig. Oh, it was so fucking funny. So I'm waiting to hear back from these companies to see who wants to buy Mick Thomas, who wants a bit of Mick Thomas. I genuinely don't care. I really don't care. I had such a bad experience that I kind of generally don't give a shit for that kind of stuff. But on the plus side, they gave me a ticket. I got a ticket, right, to Disney World. Now, I want to be careful when I tell you the story because I don't want to... if you go to Netflix, look up a comedian, Ryan Hamilton. I know Ryan very well. He's the nicest guy, one of the funniest comics. He's got one of the best Netflix specials out there in a long time. And he does a bit about having to go to Disney by himself under the same circumstances, right? So I guess that happens to comics. So I had to go to Disney by myself, and I fucking love Disney. I got a Disney tattoo on my arm. I follow these people on Facebook called the Disney Tips. Oh, you got to check them out. And my goal was to try get kicked off. If you go to my Facebook page, Mick Thomas, you can see I follow them. I try to get kicked off, and it's people who ask questions. They're the dumbest fucking questions. The dumbest questions. How am I going to carry my money? And I always write back a response. Well, how did you carry it beforehand? Well, then just keep doing that then. And I'm waiting to get kicked off, but I can't get kicked off because what happens when I attack somebody? And I'm not mean or malicious. I'm just calling them out on being fucking stupid. As soon as I do that, then I get a bunch of likes on the comment, and then just people are commenting. I just can't seem to get kicked off it. But yeah, you got to check them out. Disney Tips, I think they're called, Tricks and Disney Tips. Whatever, on my Facebook page you can find them. So anyway, I went to Disney by myself, man, and it was a fucking... It is, if you've ever been to Disney World with your family, like with fucking kids or watching other people with kids, you owe it to yourself to go by yourself. You owe it to you to go to Disney by yourself. You will look at it in a whole... It's a bit embarrassing at times, right? It's a bit embarrassing at times. You got to when you're online, you got to randomly get your phone and go, what? Yeah, all right, I'll meet you guys up later. Yeah, I'll meet you over at Splash Mountain later. Sure, all right. No, I just want to do this part by myself. Oh, fuck. It is kind of weird when you go around by... you kind of feel like you need to justify why you're there. You need to explain to people. But it is definitely worth it. It is definitely worth it. But that kind of ended up my trip to Florida, right? And I kind of ended it on a better note as opposed to the piece of shit show that I did. But anyway, that's show business in a nutshell, guy. That was my week in a nutshell. I went to see all those states, and I had a blast traveling. I really did. So I guess that's it. I'll call it a night on the old podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Again, thanks so much for liking. Make sure you subscribe. I'm on iTunes or wherever you find your podcast. And don't forget, tickets still on sale for weekend at 24th. The whole week I'm headlining the Borgata Casino, Atlantic City. All right, guys, I'll see you there. I'll see you then. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. Good luck. Good luck to you now. Thank you. It's the Mick Thomas Podcast Show.